Wadi Asir, in Arabic, the Valley of Orchards. 30 kilometers from the center of Amman, the city gives way to something much older. People have lived and farmed here since the Copper Age. The caves in these cliffs sheltered families long before the Romans passed through, and long before anyone thought to build roads. This is a farming community. 90% of the irrigated land here focuses on one crop, the Zalaqi fig, a variety prized across Jordan for its quality and sweetness. Alongside figs, there are olive trees, seasonal vegetables, and small home industries that generations of families have built around what the land gives them. Everything here depends on water, primarily on one spring, Ain al-Tarabil, which feeds a canal that has carried water to these farms for longer than anyone can trace. 15,000 people, generations of harvests, one channel of stone. Abu Suhaib has been walking this canal his whole life. As a child, running alongside it. As a young farmer, learning to read its flow. As a grown man, watching it slowly fail.
كان عندنا الفاقد أكثر من 30%. فقاموا بتصحيح أول القناة حوالي 200 متر. صار الفاقد بها تقريبا 0%.
For years, the water seeped through cracked walls and pulled in broken sections. Farmers split their land in two, irrigating half one week and half the next, because there was never enough flow to cover everything at once. This season, something came back that had been missing for years: the difur, the early fig, a breba crop that only appears when water has been consistent and sufficient, sweeter than what follows, larger, and for farmers far more valuable.
الحمد لله يعني التأثير واضح. يعني لو شفت العام لما كانت السنة الأمطار شحيحة، لو شفت التين بالوقت هذا كان أقل حجم. الدفع بعود التين اللي يطلع عليه الحب تبع السنة كان حوالي بالكثير 10 ل 15 سنتي بأكثر شيء. لكن الآن إذا تلاحظوا على بعض الشجر وصل حوالي 60 سنتي ما شاء الله بالوقت هذا. هذا يعطينا دافع اقتصادي أعلى، لأنه يظل يعطينا لنهاية السنة لشهر 12. الشغلة الثانية يعطينا كمية وحجم. فإن شاء الله إنه يكون المردود السنة يعني إذا ما كان ضعف العام يكون ضعف ونص بعون الله.
Al-Muruna rehabilitated the canal. What happened next shows how farmers have embraced the rehabilitation and coordinated themselves to sustain it. The farmers arranged their own maintenance system. Every season, before the first irrigation, they cut the water at the spring and walk the full length of the canal together. They clear what needs clearing, they patch what needs patching.
هل كل مزارع بيدفع قسم معين حسب المي اللي
حسب الدقائق تبعه؟ الدقيقة تطلع علينا يعني شيء رمزي بحوالي 8 قروش 9 قروش على الدقيقة. يعني ساعة ب5 دنانير، وتقسم مثلا لك 5 دقائق تدفع على قدر 5 دقائق تبعها. والفضل يرجع لمشروع مرونة، لأنهم ساعدونا بتبطين القنوات وإعادة تأهيلها. كمان المزارعين الحمد لله يعني متعاونين مش مقصرين. يعني قبل يومين قاموا بعمل تنظيف القناة، محافظة على صيانتها عشان الاستمرارية.
The spring did not change. The canal did. And the people who built their lives around it made sure it stays that way.